Football, man. What's going on, bro?
Football is football, man. You said August 3rd was the preseason
First
kickoff.
preseason game, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited about the NFL season. First, as a fan, because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and I saw my son showed me a cartoon character of a emoji. Dude was super strong up top, right? And it was like Steelers defense, and then his legs was all skinny and weak and
That's their
shit.
offense.
They said that's their offense.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
But you know
they
what's crazy? When you just said you super excited about the season,
hmm?
I am too. But it's funny because this little down period when you don't get no sports but some tennis and maybe some hockey or something, boy, they be having us fiending for a little football or some any sport.
Man, baseball is so hard to watch on television. They still haven't found a way in all these years to make it more exciting. I don't know how you bring the in-park feel because baseball is good to watch when you're at the stadium.
And when you're at the stadium, for sure, I love
Yeah,
it.
but at home it's just a different type of game.
You
And
said how you bring it home on TV. Stop
yeah,
having the game at 1 o'clock when everybody at work.
in the afternoon, yeah, that
Shit.
might help. That might help.
Come
And
with some
then I think
primetime shit.
167 games, you feel like you can miss 100 and 120, and you still can be up to date with your team, you know. And
Yeah.
being a Cubs fan, I definitely, probably peep in about 30, 40 games a year. But that's it.
Yeah.
So
All right, well, talk to me, man. Who you front runners? What we looking at in the NFL this year?
front runners, man, I'm telling you, it's all going to depend on how the running back situation shake out. And I think that's a great way to start our show. The
What you
running
mean?
back has been devalued so much in the NFL, G, that now these dudes like, fuck it, we don't want to play. I saw Derrick Henry made the comment, was like, shit, take the running back out the game. But when you got Jacobs and what's my man from the kid from New York, Saquon Barkley, when you got these guys who don't have a contract, Cooks don't have a contract. I'm talking about guys who performed their ass off last year, can't come up with a deal with teams because how they devalued the position. And so I took a look at uh, um, I believe it was I want to say it was the Baltimore Ravens, but they had 5 running backs, and all of them were getting paid about $1 million. And
Wow.
then you had another team that had 1 running back, and they was paying him $1 million a year. And when you start, you know, looking how these guys take such a beating, and it seems as if the league is trying to alienate that position and make that position a scapegoat. And and if you don't get your money as a running back, as a young running back, if you don't get a big contract as a young running back, the chances of you getting one after 25, 26 are slim as fuck.
So I agree with what you're saying, but so do you think? I guess what I'm saying is they're devaluing it, but they're devaluing it because they take a lot of wear and tear from college because they can't go to the league until their junior year. So do something on that end need to change?
Ooh, that's a hell of a question.
Just saying.
That's a hell of a question.
Because they get
Maybe
used up in college. That's what's happening.
maybe the NFL needs to look at that, especially for that position. Because when you start, or some of these kids start sitting out until they can go to the league. I don't know what needs to happen, but I definitely see, what the product is. And at the end of the day, you're not going to win. And that's, maybe that's what didn't happen. You got these teams that have
That
won.
was something yeah, because they get
I
beat
wasn't
up.
prepared
And by
for
the time they get
it.
to college, I wasn't even I wasn't trying to sneak you with a question. I was in
No.
my thought process. I'm thinking of it from the standpoint of, you know, football is one of them sports. You have to practice harder than the game. So the
Yeah.
wear and tear from college, you know what I mean? And you get 3 good years of that, and then by the time they get to the league, they still be balling. But the league is like you pretty much use goods.
That's how they treat them.
But
Uh,
it's kind of
but
wrong.
you made me think about something, and that's why I was catching myself. I was finna make a comment,
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about what I was about to say, and I wanted to take a peek at it, take a peek at some stats first to see if I'm on or if I'm off. But
Okay.
what I'm thinking is that the last couple of Super Bowl champions didn't have a quality running back. So let's look at it.
I ain't gonna say quality. What you mean quality? Top name?
Right.
Yeah, the Chiefs didn't have one. They had
Oh,
like a
well,
rookie or two.
Philly had a
Who they
decent
had?
Sanders, and he played strong as hell down, and
They
that's
didn't
what
win though. You
I
said
want to
champion.
say. Oh yeah, they did lose. Kansas City won,
Okay, then the year before that it was the Rams.
and
They
Kansas
had a.
City did not have a quality running back.
That's what I'm saying. And the Rams didn't have one. And who was before that? The Bucks.
Tampa Bay.
They
Well,
had
now
Leonard Fournette. That depends on how you want to look
yeah,
at it.
no, he played. LeGarrette Blunt played his ass off.
The Garrett Blunt. Okay, yeah, I forgot about him.
He played his ass off down that stretch, and then before then it was Kansas City again with pretty much patchwork running backs. Right, they had a guy that catch out the backfield, and then they had a guy that kind of pounded a little bit.
Right, Pat. Like you
But
said. So I guess I don't want to say they right, but damn, okay. So they devaluing it. But we know you can't play football without no running back. How we go even open up the passing game without a running back?
you can't. New England won in 2019. Who I'm
With
trying to think who their running back was.
nobody right home
Um,
about.
Nobody to write home. Well, let me
Okay,
look.
let's flip it. Let's look at it from the other side. Give me the top running backs in the league right now. Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley,
Okay.
Dalvin Cook, um, your man Jacobs. I'm talking. These guys got contracts except for Henry right now.
And it's funny you say that because that's what I was getting ready to say. The teams that they own, they not even in the running. So are they right for devaluing them? I'm not saying they are, but
I
think
mean,
about it.
New England won with Sony Michael or the Sony
Sonny
Michelle
Michael,
guy.
Sonny, yeah, Sonny
Yeah.
Michelle, yeah.
Um, at 13, what did he have in the Super Bowl? No, and see, this is what I'm saying. You can't devalue when guy he had 18 carries, 94 yards, and the only touchdown in that game, in that Super Bowl.
And you ain't heard from him
And
since though.
he's bounced around from team to team. He's still in the league, but
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. So they basically what's happening is they're basically saying we can get the same thing from a non-star from a ragtag running back from nowhere. I don't want to call him ragtag because that's a hard position if you ask me.
I mean, it's a tough
That take a
position,
lot of
and it
skill.
takes a lot of talent to
That takes
play the
skill. Hell
position.
yeah. I
You
agree with
know,
you. But I'm just saying, but the league is trying to say, I guess,
goddamn, LeGarrette Blunt got two Super Bowls. I forgot he was on the New England Patriots when they beat Atlanta. He was on that team.
mm-hmm.
And there was no really big running plays in that game. James White had 2 touchdowns though. So I mean, maybe what you're saying is true. They're devaluing the position because they feel like anybody can do it.
That's basically what's happening. But I mean, anybody that know football, we know the truth. But at the end of the day, what's really happening, let's just say what it is, they taking that money and giving it to the quarterback.
Yeah, they're giving it to the quarterbacks for sure.
Yeah, so they don't want to
And
have
another thing that we're not thinking about or that we haven't brought up is that a lot of quarterbacks now are running backs. They're also running the ball.
I ain't think of that. But really, honestly, what it boiled down, like I said, they took the money, gave it to the quarterback or defensive end, or you're a stop corner. So I
Yeah.
almost get it. You know what I mean? I
I mean, as a GM, we pride ourselves. We feel like we can GM any of these teams,
all
right?
right. I'm gonna get it
But
to you. I'm gonna flip it all the way around, bro. Give me the besides last person I can think of is Saquon, and really in the league he been all right, but nothing major. But I haven't seen a back that had that much hype since probably Derrick Henry.
I mean, C.J. Anderson in the 2016 Super Bowl 50. I mean, every time I'm looking, it's always a running back with 20 carries, 90 plus yards, and a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Like, so you can't say you don't need the position, to
No,
win.
they saying they don't need the star. So my point that I'm saying is name a top running back that made noise in college that was like, oh, can't wait to see him. That still got some run in the league right now.
I mean, Najee Harris. You know, he played really well in college. I was geeked as fuck when Pittsburgh got him. He had a lull 2 years ago, but last year he bounced back. You know, played well. We're excited about him. You know, going into his third year.
So my question,
Uh,
asking that, because like you said, Najee Harris, he's a baller. We know that, but he was. What you say? He was not. He was hurt last year.
I mean, yeah, he got hurt. He got beat up a little bit in his rookie season, but he still played well.
No,
He
so
didn't
my
have a
question
great
is,
season
does it look the same as it did in
his rookie year.
no in college? What he's giving you
Uh,
on your NFL
I
team?
mean, but I don't think that's fair because the guys, everybody is so fast in the NFL. So you know you can run away from guys in
But you kind
college.
of
You ain't
making a
running away
point
from
though.
them.
But you kind of making a point though,
How's that?
because it looks a certain way in college because you're running past guys and doing this. This the best of the best. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
what they're saying is once you get to the pros, the running backs are automatically taking one maybe two steps back than what they was looking like in college. So no matter how great you was in college, you're not going to be that in the NFL is what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
And really the way I'm just going off what you're saying, thinking about it, it's actually proving itself. Saquon ain't did what he did at Penn State.
I
Najee
mean,
ain't
but
doing what he
but
did.
he balled out last year,
Bro,
and this is what
bro,
I'm saying.
bro,
Like
bro. It ain't the
these
same
guys
as
are
it looked at
producing.
Penn State though. I didn't say they wasn't producing. I didn't say they wasn't producing. I
Right.
said their names, the contracts that they're chasing, which is the old ones that they used to give the Reggie Bushes and the whatever. They basically figured out that the contract, by the time we give you this contract, you're not going to live up to it.
We'll give them 1 year contracts then. Like, how the fuck does
That ain't longevity.
Odell Beckham get $15 million?
You're a
You
wide
know,
receiver.
man, your boy Hodges just Hopkins just signed for 13 million.
Well, you say
You
give them
mean
a
to
1 year
tell me
contract? Ain't the what do you call that, man? What they under the franchise tag
collective? Yeah,
$10 million. That's
that
a 1 year contract
the franchise tag is $10 million right now
for the
for the
running
running back.
backs.
But that's down like $3 million over the last years.
It's 10
It,
million.
yeah, but 10 million is a lot of
It's just
money. I get
no,
it.
it's no, not damn the money. Basically, what they're getting at is it ain't no longevity. So that's why they want the contract. The contract locks them in for 4 years, 5 years with a number tag. And the
Yeah.
teams don't want to do it because if they do it, now they got to ride that contract out until they get rid of them because they can't really put the whole. Me personally, stop giving them quarterbacks all that damn money. Get your
I
team
mean,
right.
and the chances of them getting hurt is just as big
It's
as a
actually
running
more.
back.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. And like there was a time where, some people might have said it might be a little bit of, racism because, the majority of quarterbacks are white. And, the only white running back that we can name is Kathy, right? So I
He
mean
nice.
McCaffrey.
I bet you he got his money.
I think he's on a pretty good contract.
I'm sure. But not even that. You can't really go off that no more because it's a lot of black quarterbacks now too.
I know. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, so I'm not honestly. I can almost get it. That's why I'm trying to explain to you. I agree that they should be getting paid, but they're gonna have to come with a new type of structure of what running backs should be getting paid because when you just said what you just said with the championships and all that, they taking second, third year string guys and producing in the Super Bowl. 18 rushes, 94 yards, touchdown, and the stars ain't getting nothing no different than that. Ain't like they putting up 2 touchdowns, 210 yards. They ain't doing that. So
Dan McCaffrey. Okay, now maybe the market has just been reset. He's set to make 12 billion in 2025. He's making 1 million this year, but he has a $10 million bonus, and then he's making 11 million next year.
the
So
franchise
if we're
tag is 10
saying,
million.
and he's been injured, but if we're saying he's one of the best, and that's what he's getting, then I guess that's where the market is for the running back.
Honestly, I haven't seen a Barry Sanders or nobody come through the league that just told like he got to get that money. You know what I mean? I haven't seen that in a while.
No,
And
no,
for the longest, I was feeling like that about the quarterback. But this last few years, Patrick Mahomes and the guy in Cincinnati and
Burrow.
Joey Burrow, and Josh Allen, and it's been some guys that you like. Okay, I can see that because they balling.
Yeah.
But running back position, I can't. Like I thought Kareem Hunt was nice. You know what I'm saying? But he did some jump and went to Cleveland. He ain't been the same since. So
knocked the motherfucker out.
that's what I'm saying. Whatever. I don't know, but the running backs just Ezekiel Elliott got all that money and ain't did nothing since he seen that money.
And now he can't get a contract. He's another unsigned running back free agent.
Because he wants some real money. And they looking at him like, dude, you ain't produced in 4 years.
Yeah, Tony Pollard, I think Dallas is going to put him under the
franchise tag.
Yeah, they finna franchise tag him. At least that's what I read.
Right.
So he'll get $10 million instead of a contract. I mean,
if you think about it, it's good GMing. Because you cost me $10 million this year, but you got nothing on my books for next year. So produce. If you produce at $10 million, which more than likely 9 times out of 10, you're not. So you got to come back to the table and take this $2 million and go sit down somewhere.
Ooh.
It's this business, bro.
What is Nick Chubb making? Nick Chubb balled out last year.
Yeah, not like that. Not $10 million.
Let's see what Nick Chubb making.
He ain't making $10 million. He balled on it, don't get me wrong, but he didn't Walter Payton it.
Yeah, he
didn't Priest Holmes it.
His numbers are the exact same.
He didn't Terrell Davis.
He's an average salary $12 million. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's the market. What else
the market is set.
That's what I'm saying. What you want them to make, man? Let me ask you that. What do you want a running back? What do you think a running back should make?
I think if the market is set it.
I'm talking about a great running back. Let's just say
Saquon Barkley in New York, he should be getting $15 million. Like again,
just because of what you said, as he's in New York, not because of his game, because he's in New York. But if I could get you for $10 million instead of giving you that $15 million, me GMing, I got to get you for $10 million.
I bet you the holdup is that these running backs want longer contracts.
That's what I'm saying. They want,
and as a GM, it just ain't smart.
Hell no.
I get what
you're saying. I'm giving you 3 years, $15 million, $45 million for 3 years. I'm not giving you that. $60 million for 4 years. Because as soon as you get hurt, you're on my books and you're not helping me.
Yeah.
It's hard to 16 games a season and you taking 20 hits every game.
So if I'm a running back, then I'm going for 2-year deals. And anytime my motherfucking toe ache, I'm sitting out.
It's a dirty game.
My shit ain't hurt. Because I got to extend my career as long as I possibly can. Because you're not going to take care of me. I got a family to feed. And, I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Right. I agree with you.
I'm playing every other game.
Not every other game. You still hurting your team, bro.
I'm playing every other game.
I'm coming out every other play. I'm a third down back for $10 million a year.
I mean, look at Eckler's career. He was a third down back to start his career, and then these last couple of years, he's been able to take on every down back role, right?
You know
and
why?
He's had longevity.
You know why? Because he saved his body them first years when he's a third down back.
I mean,
he was getting hit once a game.
Think about it.
And then on third down, more of the time you throwing the ball, so you coming out the backfield.
Ain't really getting hit. That's how he started his career. And
I'm just saying,
if I'm a running back, I'm looking at his blueprint. Because I love Najee Harris for the Steelers. I love what he gives us for and so I'm concerned now that is the kid gonna get his contract? Because think about it, those rookie deals are 3 years. So by the time you off your rookie deal, they pretty much devaluing your value.
They did that right. They ran you through the mud. Whether it was through practice, through training camps, or games, they then basically took all the tread off your tires.
Man, that
Wow.
shit's crazy.
Wow.
Well, man, I guess we'd have talked the running back to death. What's up with are you excited about um, what's happening with the New York Jets?
Hey, nigga, they steal the Jets, bro. I just go.
You stole my line, man.
We not even finna go there with you. Am I excited about that? Man, they can have Aaron Rodgers and this whole Green Bay squad, and they still gonna be the Jets. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's it,
I'm
man.
gonna
Some
watch
things,
though. I'm gonna watch to see them fall on their face. I'm gonna be. I'm
yeah,
proud of you. I'm gonna be watching.
they picked up a couple of good good receivers to go along with. And then they got the kid that played really well last year. He's coming back from an ACL injury again, another running back injury, right? Um, uh, New York Jets roster, but they really the defense that held them up for so long. Can that defense hold up one more year? You know, and enough to where they can get into the Super Bowl.
Okay, let me ask you this question, and it's just us from being sports heads, fans, and play sports, all that. Just because sorry, super sorry team, we always just run over, get a new shiny object. All of a sudden, do we respect him?
I mean, do they respect themselves, the Jets?
I'm saying,
Um,
do that change anything? Is what I'm asking. I'm gonna tune in to watch, but I don't see.
Brees Hall, that was his name. Brees Hall is who I was thinking about. The running back who played really well, then he got hurt last year.
Okay, well, I
The
think,
new shiny object, man. The new shiny object got a lot of weapons. You know,
bro, it's the Jets. Until I get some, and then look, they in the division with the Patriots and
yeah.
and
Miami playing
Buffalo
well.
and Miami. Come on, man. I'm not. It's the Jets, man. I get it. I guess I get the whole dynamic of things. I guess my question is, see, everybody on focused on Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. My
Right.
question is Jordan Love go ball in Green Bay?
I mean, I think so. I mean, Green Bay has
He
shown this
have
is what
to.
they do.
You say you
I,
think so? He have to,
this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? They keep a quarterback a long ass time. They bench a guy behind him way longer than he's supposed to be benched, but he gains experience in that process. Then he comes out balling. That's the story of Aaron Rodgers. And
that's
so,
true. But do that mean Jordan? So you think they got a what's that? You think they got a jewel in Jordan Love that was on the bench? That's why they pushed him out.
yeah,
Okay, because
yeah.
I mean they
I think
pushed him
Jordan
out
Love
for a
is on
reason.
point.
So I agree
I
with
mean, first off, man, let's call a thing a thing. The NFC North is probably the softest division in football. Either the NFC North or the AFC South, right?
you. Uh huh.
So, I mean, they got to play the sorry ass Bears, who Fields is. We'll see if the Bears can put something together this year. The Detroit Lions, who I love their coach and I love how hard they
Yeah,
play.
they come. I think they gonna do something this year,
Yeah, but do they have the pieces to win with? And the Minnesota Vikings, who might be without Cook, and they got Cousins and the best young receiver in the league. But is that going to be enough, for the Vikings to win games this year? So, with that being said, I
right?
do see I do see, the Green Bay Packers returning in form and winning the NFC North.
I actually see a path for Justin Fields and the Bears, but that's just me. Because,
I mean, I want to like Justin Fields and the Bears, but growing up with all them obnoxious ass Bears fans, they just like obnoxious
bro,
ass Bulls
I
fans.
tell people all the time. At heart, I'm a Bears fan, but they lose too much for me, so I'm with whoever wins. So,
Man, Bears fans are so fucking obnoxious, man.
because they
Um,
lose all the time and they be talking like they go win and they know we go lose. So,
yeah, man. Again, and make sure we gonna make a short out of that, man.
yeah,
Obnoxious ass
man.
Bears fan, so they can get mad at me. I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
Uh,
they
but
sorry as shit though. They
man,
always
worst managed franchise in professional sports, and I mean in professional sports. There's the
nah,
mistakes.
bro.
Man,
Nah,
the worst managed
bro.
team, and
Nah,
they
bro.
done brought this new GM in. We'll see if this new GM what he's doing, what he's tried to put together the last year will work this year. But we fleeced their ass. We gave them Claypool, who ain't gonna be shit. And what we get out of it, Joey Porter Jr. in the second round, the beginning of the second round. And this is what I'm saying about the Bears management, man. Just a bunch of dumb fucks. But thank you. As a Steeler fan, I appreciate the draft pick.
Hey man, the nosebleeds be going down, man. These just passionate football talk right here.
Hey, man,
Don't y'all get it twisted. We
it
just
is what it is, man.
have
It is what it
I
is.
hear you, but I can't say the worst. And not in professional sports, man. I can give you all kind of teams. The Jets for one. We can go to the.
Hey, the one thing I can say about the Jets is they swing for the fences. They be like, fuck it, we've been losing, so we got to do something.
They be missing like a mug too. The
Yeah,
Mets.
they be missing.
I can give you all kind of horrible squads.
What you think Miami gonna do with Tua, man? What's gonna happen down there? Is Tua gonna be able?
I like Tua, but unless a coach comes in and draw the plays up for a lefty, it's kind of counterintuitive because he's throwing across his body. That's why he keep getting hurt. He's trying to throw plays that the offense is designed to go to a right. You know what I'm saying? Throw it to the outs, and he got to come back across. The plays they got to turn the plays all the way around to throw to the left out.
That's an interesting take. I was gonna say he soft as baby shit, but I mean,
bro. Think about it. At Alabama, the plays that he was they was running it to the left. The plays was coming out, up, catch him this way. Everything was going that way. But now that they got him in the lead, they want him to do what they don't have right-handed quarterbacks doing. They right-handed quarterback, I guess they can go, but they want him to constantly throw across his body.
Well, I'm gonna say this: he took jiu-jitsu or some shit in the off season to try to get his balance and shit more together to avoid getting hurt so much. I don't know what he needs to do, but I'm like, man, if any quarterback in the league had the weapons that he has, my God, I mean, at the end of the day, he probably has the best or either the third or second or third best receiver, and then the second or third best upcoming receiver, right? In the league.
I'm
And
surprised
so,
we
like,
got this opportunity this long.
who?
Tua. Because he's undersized, he's unorthodox, he's awkward.
Yeah.
So if you I'm like you, if you can get a prototypical, it ain't even got to be
6'5".
You know what I'm saying? He ain't even got to be dynamic, but he just got to be bigger than Tua. You know what I mean? Somebody that could just stand over the top of the defense, they could do something with them weapons. But it looked good for a part of the season last year, so we got to give him a shot. At least let's see what it looked like.
I mean, like I said, bro, if you look at what he has to deal with compared to other quarterbacks in the league, and you say, well, what the fuck is the problem? And it's clear that the problem is, coming from the quarterback position. He can't stay healthy, long enough. Jalen Waddle is a beast. That kid he is an upcoming beast. When you think about Tyreek Hill, you know what I'm saying? He is a beast. And so they got a decent tight end. I mean,
I like the offensive. I mean, the head coach who running them offensive plays. They got some pieces, but like I said, with him being unorthodox and undersized, it takes a little of the luster off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't look quite the same as it would if you had a prototypical 6'5", just say a Dante Culpepper back there. Something like.
Yeah, Culpepper, a former Miami Dolphin. I see where you're coming from.
I'm just saying size wise, not his game, but just to give because now everything could look like they could look like a Bentley, because right now they look like a 300.
I mean, we got Kenny Pickett. We throwing at guys that, can't catch the ball, can't run a route. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Pickens is the only wide receiver we got. When I look at teams like Miami with two bona fide receivers. Buffalo with two bona fide, receivers. Man, it's a little envious position to be in.
Yeah, but I mean, Steelers go do their thing regardless, so it don't
Yeah,
matter
they're gonna
what
do it. I
you
mean, but I want a Super Bowl. That's how we
I mean, you can't
Steelers
have
fans,
you can't have it every year.
we're gonna have a winning. Well, we've had a winning season for 16 straight years. You
I
can't tell
said
me I
you
can't have
said
it every
you
year.
said Super Bowl. I ain't said that about no winning season. They
Oh,
ain't
okay.
the same.
All
They ain't
right,
the
I'm just
same.
saying.
That's like
16,
I'm
no no losing seasons in 16 years make me feel good. Shit, last time they had a winning season was the year I
now
got married.
look, now you talking about obnoxious fans. A Pittsburgh Steelers fan. That's it. Nah, shit. If you really want to go there, my goodness, you can't go nowhere. And if they black and yellow, you go know it.
That's it, man.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
it.
Hey,
That's it.
and
That's it.
I guess
Yeah,
people.
Cowboys fans are super obnoxious also.
If you ask
Being
me,
here.
and I know this probably goes sound crazy, but any diehard fan is obnoxious as hell.
Okay, I can agree
I'm
with
just
that.
gonna be honest with you because when
Yeah.
I told you when they losing, I'm gone. You call me a bandwagon person or whatever, but when you start losing, give you 2-3 years of that garbage, and I'm gone. I'm finding me another squad because I can't. I'm not watching that. I'm not finna endure the tough times with
Hey,
you.
well, good thing as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, we don't have no tough
They
time.
coming.
No. We're not coming.
I just had to see what you was gonna say.
We're not built like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
We're
well,
an organization built from top to bottom.
y'all one bad decision away, meaning the organization been trying their best to figure out how to get rid of Tomlin for years. Get rid of
Man,
him.
they ain't trying to tell me. Why would they get rid of Tomlin? They've only had what five
Dude,
coaches in 40 years.
y'all held on to Ben Roethlisberger 5 years overdue, trying to make Tomlin look bad, like it was Tomlin and that quarterback. He had a noodle of an arm, just giving it to anybody.
You ain't got to worry about the Pittsburgh Steelers getting rid of a coach. It'll be like Bill Cowher. When Tomlin is done, he'll be able to walk away. And that's the model. They go get good guys,
I'll
and
believe it when
they
I
let those
see it.
guys. They go get good guys to coach, and they let them play it out. Now, I'm if you want it now, I don't know how deep our fandom gets in terms of the nosebleeds, but you want to talk about the offensive coordinator, Matt Canada is who we need to fire, who's needed to been fired, who's
How long you
fucked up
been there?
our offense
How
for
long you
3
been there?
years. 3 years. We need to
Yeah,
get
that
rid of him.
offense been looking horrible for about 5, but I don't know who
Yeah,
was there
no,
before him.
we got to get rid of this guy. He's
Okay.
running college plays in the NFL. So
Okay.
that's
That's a good take.
that's my take on that.
That's a
You
high
know,
take. I get it.
yeah.
Who in y'all division?
Shit, we got the
Baltimore,
toughest division in
Cincinnati.
football. Buffalo, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland.
I don't even know why you said
Every year. Shit, last year almost all four of the teams made the playoffs. Like, it's a quality division, and it's
that.
gonna be even tougher because the Deshaun Watson is not gonna play bad like he played last year in that little short 11 game,
Right.
whatever 5-6 games they gave him.
Didn't know
He's
his
gonna
team
be
right. I know
sharp.
what you're saying.
He's gonna be sharp as a knife this year. So we got to deal with Burrow. We got to deal with fucking Lamar Jackson, and now we got to deal with Deshaun Watson. What the fuck?
So what is this y'all first losing season? Am I hearing that
Oh
correctly?
hell
Do I
no!
hear that? Do I hear
I just told you I'm excited. I'm talking about Super Bowl, baby.
with that with who y'all quarterback? Kenny Pickett?
Yeah,
I like dude though. I like dude. He needs some weapons.
yeah.
I definitely like him. I
I
like his
mean,
grit.
we upgraded our roster first and foremost. Getting the offensive lineman, the big Samoan guy from Philly was huge, for
Okay.
us.
Okay.
That was a quality pickup that's really going to help us long term. And then we let's talk about the draft. You know, normally the Steelers draft very well, and this year it wasn't a letdown. We did a really good job of bringing in another lineman in the process, and then also getting Joey Porter Jr., so who's going to bring some nostalgia uh, to a nostalgic feeling having another Porter, on our defense. Last time we had a Porter on our defense, I remember a 95-yard touchdown run back. against the Arizona Cardinals. So hey, we are in great position
You a
as an
whole
organization.
optimistic ass diehard fan. Anybody got time to be hearing all that old projection garbage, man? Show me
Man,
the tape.
man, I listen, bro.
I'm gonna be
To
checking
get
them out.
to get to get
Preseason game. They
to
play the
get
Bucks on the
to
11th.
get Isaac Samola, and then we brought in the Roberts, the linebacker from Miami, to tighten up that middle. Then we picked up Cole Holcomb. You know what I'm saying? Another that we had issues at the linebacker position the last couple of years. We re-signed our own Larry Ogunjobi, which I thought was
I
huge.
ain't heard you say
Uh,
no weapons.
oh no, we got weapons.
Najee
We got,
Harris and Kenny Pickett.
yeah.
Who on the
Hold on,
roof?
don't forget we picked up Patrick Peterson also. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
but that's
And
defense.
then yeah,
I'm talking
and
about
then we
I'm talking about who was the dude Kenny Pickett was throwing to last year?
Pickens.
Pickens. Okay, yeah. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
he needs some help. He can't do it by himself.
No, I mean Pickens he's going to be a star receiver. In my book, the kid he runs routes well. He has great hands.
Can I
He
can,
wants the
can I actually
basketball.
can I actually take that from a Steelers fan?
Hell yeah, you should take it from a Steelers fan.
I'm just saying to y'all, everybody go, your team gonna be a stop.
Nah, that ain't true.
I
I
know it
was
ain't true.
very
That's my point. That's why
I was very
don't
upset
follow
with
him like
Deontay Johnson last year. Deontay Johnson, kind of he had a amazing letdown season, especially for my fantasy team, but also for my real team. You know,
that.
and so he got to step up. And then I think our big pickup, is Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson didn't have he played for the Bears, but then he went to the Rams to kind of replace Odell
Y'all
Beckham.
got him with the Steelers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a decent pickup. I like
No,
Allen.
no, this is what I'm saying. And so,
You
like,
ain't gonna make me no Steelers fan, so you can stop it.
man, you might as well. The
the
bandwagon is open, brother.
what? No, man, I'm cool. Hey,
Man,
I watch all the games, but nah, I can't. Nah.
I mean, and then we picked up Miles Boykin. To well, that was a decent pickup we got. He came from Baltimore, right? I mean, I think that we finally did what we needed to do. To tighten up that offensive line more important. You know, and so, our number one pick, Broderick Jones, that's a big guy. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get in there and do some good things for us. Then we got Cole Mason from Minnesota. You know, James Daniel, we stole him from the Bears. Like, man, we did a lot to strengthen that offensive line. And then the Jalen Warren kid backing up, Najee Harris. I think we're in a great position this year
We gonna
to
see.
do some
Hey,
things.
all I can tell you, we gonna see.
Yeah. And I
Cause
ain't even said nothing about Pat Fryermuth, one
who's
of the
that?
best tight ends in the league. Come on, man. And then if you don't like that, we picked up Zach Gentry.
And even if I like it or not, the dude ain't showed he nowhere near close to the best, one of the best tight ends in the league. And you just
Oh, I disagree with that.
see, I'm not watching the Steelers games. I'm watching the stats, and his stats ain't there.
Man, I mean, if you watch the games, he make every big catch for us.
Y'all like, well,
You
okay.
know, I mean, and
I'm
then
not
to
watching the
have,
games. I told you.
and
He
then when you
he don't
start
get no
talking
sports
about
in the run.
but when you start talking about a team that got Patrick Peterson as their nickelback, man, come on, man, stop playing with me. The defense is super strong. The offense is gonna make a run this year, and the Steelers gonna end up in the Super Bowl. You heard it first right here.
Hey man, you said some wild shit that's come true before, so I would let it. I'm gonna leave you alone. So I can't. I'm just telling you I don't see it, but I haven't seen the Steelers. I can't preseason. Steelers' first preseason game is August 11th. They play the Buccaneers, so I'll be able to get my eyes on them then.
Get your eyes on him, man.
I will.
And,
I will.
and I'll tell you, a big signing was we re-signed Mitch Trubisky as a backup. Like I thought he was going to run away from Pittsburgh after how things played out, but to have a veteran, because shit happens in the NFL, right? But to have a veteran coming off the bench, though I wasn't thrilled with his play,
Okay, I was
um,
gonna say he like one of them. He like Baker Mayfield.
he is. But Baker Mayfield ain't starting for my team, so I'm happy with that.
Okay, I give you that one.
Man,
Whatever.
I think any team would take Baker Mayfield as a backup, right? Wouldn't it?
He's starting for Tampa this year.
That sucks for you and your Tampa Bay brethren.
No damn Tampa Bay fan.
I know, but I mean that's your city.
So what? I told you, I ride with winners, bro. If the car moving anywhere, they ain't won since Tom Brady. So I saw them losing after that. I was
Hey,
gone.
speaking of winners, man, I'm happy with the Texans. I think they was the winners of the NFL draft, right? You know, to get C.J. Stroud and the kid on defense. You know, don't be surprised. And they bringing in a new coach, right? Don't be surprised if the Texans make a little noise this year and stop being doormats. Let me just say that.
Okay, well that ain't really a little noise. They just gonna stop being doormats. I'm just saying, nah, don't give them too much. It's football, man. You got the proof is
Yeah,
in the pudding. We could talk till we blue in the face. So,
right,
what's your shout out for this week?
man. You know, man. My shout out for the week. Let me go. I'm gonna go with Eugene German.
Okay,
I know we switching from football to
no,
basketball.
no, your shout
Um,
out is your shout
but
out.
yeah, I want to give Gino a shout out, man. They only played him. They benched him 3 games, but in the 2 games that he played for the Phoenix Suns in the summer league, one game he had 8, one game he had 18, 3 steals and 3 assists. Now, what's big about that is, and I always said this to Gino, he is the best passer I've ever seen. Not been around, watch coach. I've ever seen. He throws some tremendous passes, and it looks like some NBA scouts have picked up on that. The boy can really pass the ball. I know he's known for scoring, but you know he has a well-rounded game. So shout out to Gino.
Yeah, well, my shout out is all the little fans we picking up with the little subscribers
Yeah,
because I I hope y'all guys understand that. Yeah, we ain't the ex ball players and all that, but these true fans with true fan opinions, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm just saying, we the barbershop talk. So
and if it wasn't for dope in the '90s, we probably would have been in the league.
I'm
So
just